Sick. All right, so basically we're gonna just do some. I thought we'll just mix it up rather than do like the strengthening stuff we've been doing. Thought we'd just do like some flexibility work. So it's gonna be pretty basic, but we're gonna do basically a mix of like posterior chain flexibility. So looking to get that palms to floor position, and then we're gonna also couple that with just a bit of quad work. I thought may as well get a bit of quad pump in as well. Try and get some good leg work in. So we're going to combine that. The only thing you might need is if you're, I mean, all of you are reasonably strong, so you might need a bit of loading towards the end if you've got it. And then you're going to need something to prop your heels up on because we're going to do some cyclist squats. So we're going to do some heel raise squats. So if you've got like a book or some steps, just something like, if you got something like this big that you can like prop your heels up on, would be awesome. But we won't need that towards the end. So that's fine. We can deal with it when we get there. And if you don't have it, that's also fine. We'll make do. Cool. All right. So we're just going to start. You guys all know 90-90 position. So let's get into 90-90. Just get those hips opening up a bit. Just getting front leg first. Making sure we get nice posture up. Leaning over, just opening up that rotation at the hip a little bit. I don't think Joel's joining today. I forgot to ask if he was coming in or not, but is he at work, Cal? No, just chilling at home.
I don't know where he is.
If I don't tell him, he often forgets. If I don't remind him to like join these things. That's fine. That's all good. It's all good. All right, we'll hold that one. Making sure that we keep a nice, proud chest. Steph, try and get the chest up a little bit. Yeah. We want to try and almost like stick the butt out and up the back. So arch that butt out. Get that pelvis into a bit of anterior rotation. How's everyone's week's been? Pretty good. Splendid. Getting over it. All right, we got you to internal rotation now. So going over that back leg. Making sure we're staying at that 90 degrees. Liv, have you been working online at all? Like, what are you guys doing with before? Like,
we're just doing like some online like trainings, but like obviously not any work. So bit of a bummer, but the trainings are good, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, fair enough. It's all a bit up in the air, hey? I honestly don't think we'll be out of this until like mid to late September, maybe even later, just at the rate we're going.
Yeah, honestly.
We'll see. All right, other side, get that knee facing forwards. 90-90 position again. Nice. Cal, how's your flexibility stuff been going? You doing much with Joel?
Yeah. He's got my program back up and running and just doing things. Yeah, everything that he has put in, I haven't had any pain with my knee to do it, which has been good. So yeah, it's been good doing that and just hammering those rings.
Yeah,
it's just been getting some good ring workouts in. So
yeah. I'm gonna finish my my block that I've been doing with Vic. I've been following like my own program with I've hired a coach for the last couple of weeks. Been doing some like training and upskilling myself. That finishes next week's our last week. So as soon as that's done, I think I'll just start training one-on-one with people, just like so we can do some more apart Cal and stuff like that, and get out. I was keen to do some more GPP work and just get strong and jacked and fit and everything.
Yeah, I've been doing lots of those straight arm holds on the rings.
Yeah.
You know, like straight arm, just inverting, like, oh man.
Did support hold?
Yeah, support holds like 30 seconds at a time. It's been
the savage. Everyone should have a pair of rings. If you don't know a pair of rings, you need a pair of rings.
$20. Such a versatile piece of equipment.
Yeah. Are they expensive?
Nah,
$20. I got it off. Yeah, you get them on like Amazon or anywhere.
Amazon, yeah.
Yeah, it's heaps easy to rig up. Like just
depends on if you get plastic ones, like they're the cheaper, but then you can just put like sports tape on them if you wrap sports tape around them really well, and then but it's such a cheap piece of equipment and you can do so much, like they're so versatile, and they're just really good for like upper body strengthening. All right, let's jump up.
So
we're gonna just do some spinal waves. So what we're going to do is basically we want, like I said, we want to work into some posterior chain flexibility. So we're going to start by just getting the spine moving. So from the side, we're basically going to go through the top half of that Jefferson. So we're just going to tuck the chin and begin to roll. And we're not trying to like go super hard at this, but we're just trying to think about like rolling the spine right down to the floor, just kind of letting it loose. So we're not driving super hard to the floor right now, trying to compress. We're just trying to let that spine open up a little bit. Yeah. And then calming back up. And when we come back up, guys, we're going to do the opposite. So then we're going to lean back. Okay. And we want to try and get that extension through the upper back. So we're going to lean back. We're going to let the hands go out. Okay. Getting that stretch. And then going to come back in all the way down. Okay. So just kind of going through that range just in the spine. Hit a couple of reps there. We're going to aim for 10. Just do it at your pace, not super quick, but just trying to really open up that spine. You should feel real good when you come out of that top position there. Just like opening up nice and strong, nice and tall. Have a bit of a sip of coffee. There's one thing I miss the most. I miss having coffee with people.
Yeah.
I miss
Yeah.
coffee on the train with friends.
Feel that.
Nice. How's that feeling, guys?
Good.
Cool. We're aiming for 10 there. Nice. Liv, as well for you, I think as we progress through this workout, you'll need to probably elevate onto a step or something because you're quite flexible through the hamstring.
Okay.
So like,
Okay. Let me try over here.
yeah, as we
Yeah,
progress,
cool.
you might just need to stand on something just so you can push yourself.
Yeah, cool.
More. Or if you're on the same spot, you just maybe go like rather than palms to floor, for example, you might want to go wrist or make elbows the target, depending on how low you can get.
Okay. Yeah. That might be easier to see.
Cool. All right. When you've done 10 of that one, guys, just jump straight into that hip flexion hold that we do. So the standing against the wall and then just raising the hip. We're going to start to warm up the compression side now. So the short side here. So back against the wall. And then just raising the hip up as high as you can, just keeping that chest nice and proud, yeah? Just 10 reps each side there with a bit of a hole at the top as well. Just really trying to drive at the top there, really try and drive that knee into the chest, all right? Shoot for that cramping sensation if you can.
Oh my God.
10 reps each leg there. Nice. How's your work been, Steph?
It's been all right. We're getting inside the busy time of the year now for us, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We started the week at meetings every night for 3 weeks, which is fun.
Is it still just as busy even with the kind of current climate? Like, I guess people are maybe more at home, so they probably have more issues, don't they?
This time around, it's actually been okay. Like last year was horrendous. This year's been okay.
Yeah, okay.
Like, quieter than usual, which is good.
Nice.
Yeah, still keeps me busy.
It's good. Cool. And how's the load? The equipment's going well, like at home, helping you load up a bit more, get more workout in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie, I haven't done that much this week. Yeah, good to have the options there.
As long as the option's there, that's right. Although if you're not going to use it and someone else asks for it, I always be like, go to Steph's house, you can pick it up.
Yes, I promise.
That's right. Everyone else is pretty well sorted now, so that's good. All right, when you've done 10 per side there, last thing we're going to do is just our straight arm plank. Kat, when you're ready, you can come back over. So arms out in front, making sure, again, rotating those elbows, externally rotating the elbows there, the shoulder. Yes, I want to see elbows forwards. Index fingers, making two little train tracks facing forwards as well. And then we're just going to press up into that hold, and we're going to hold that position, all right? So side on, getting nice and index fingers facing forward, getting those shoulders, wrists under the shoulders, pressing up, and we're just going to hold that position, okay? I want you to hold that for 30 seconds. Just getting that core warmed up. Steph, try and really protract the shoulders. So try and press the shoulders away down towards the floor, yeah? Try not to drop the head too much. Just try and keep like a neutral neck if you can. So tuck the chin a little bit, but not like letting it drop down. Really work for that protraction, and then obviously tucking the pelvis under if you can as well. Cool. 20 seconds on your count, by the way, guys. I'm not counting all of you. So once you've done your 20. Cool. From there, I want you to jump into a wall sit like we did last time. So going to go into a final little just priming exercise, just getting into that wall sit, getting those quads warmed up. Again, main thing, guys, is knees stacked over feet, trying to keep the weight distributed to the whole foot, and then just sitting up nice and tall, okay? We're going to hold that one for 30 seconds. All right, just one set. We're going to aim for 30 seconds there, all right? I will time this one because we all started together. All right, and then from there, we're going to basically get into our more direct flexibility work, and we'll take our time getting through that one. And the goal will be essentially by the end of the session, once we've kind of hit some compression, and you guys have all done a bit of this work already, so that's cool. The goal will be to have chipped away a little bit of flexibility work. So what would have been fun is to test it at the start. So if you want to, before we do our first few sets, you can test where you're at, and then at the end we can have a look and see if it's made much of a difference. All right, time. Nice. Good job. That was a quick 30 seconds. Good stuff. Me anyway. All right. Cool. Everyone feeling all right? Feeling warm? Feeling ready?
Yep.
Legs feeling okay? Sick. All right. Cool. First two we're going to do, guys. We're going to do quick superset. First two supersets. So first two exercises we're going to do. First superset is a forward fold pike leg lift. So you guys have all done this before, so that's cool. So you guys would know that we're just jumping down. Yeah, legs out straight. We're going to do single leg. So getting over that one leg at a time, pointing the toe. Our quad is on to make sure we're not bending the knee. And then we're just leaning forward. Come forward as far as you can, and then walk back a little bit. And then from there, that's going to be your lifting point. Okay. Now we're going to go for 5 reps per leg. And we're going to do that for, 5 reps per leg. And on the 5th rep, it's going to be a hold for 5 seconds. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one's going to be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. All right. Do that both legs. And then from there, we're going to go into a hamstring hold. And that's going to be our first superset. All right. So do that first 5 on each leg. Show me how you go. Make sure that with your setup, guys, you come forward as far as you can and then walk just like a little bit back from there, okay? Because if you're really flexible and you're sitting up super high, it's probably going to be pretty easy for you just to bang it out. But the goal here is to work on that compression. So, Cal, you might benefit from opening the straddle a bit and getting over a single leg. So rather than going like this, you might work from opening a bit and then getting over one leg in particular. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be super wide, but just getting over that single leg and then sitting up a bit from there. So obviously doing both legs. You haven't yet. You guys both smashed through that. That was very quick. Let's try and slow it down next time as well and make sure we're getting that quality work in as well. Yeah, not just like doing the reps for the sake of it. All right. From there, we just like, oh my gosh, my sister keeps texting me. Leave me alone. Okay, now what we're doing is we're going to jump on our back and we're going to kind of treat this like a glute bridge, but it's going to be hamstring dominant. So we're going to walk out the feet to where like out here. Okay, so I'm on my heels. So I'm up on my heels there. Okay, and then we're basically going to lift off through the heels. So I'm tucking my hips under this way. Yeah, to make sure that I'm not extending through the back. Tuck the hips under and then drive through the heels. And where you want to feel that tension is basically all through the hamstrings, all right? So if you're not feeling it, Emma, walk the feet out a little bit further. So Steph, see if you can get your feet out a little bit further for me. Yeah, and we're basically going to hold that one for 20 seconds now, okay? You want to be feeling that tension through the hamstrings. Everyone feeling that?
Yep.
Again, if it's not very hard for you, making sure that we kind of got like that straight line. So we don't want the knees collapsing, like rotating in at all. We don't want the knees doing this. We want to make sure that we got the knees out. All right. Hopefully we're counting that set because I haven't been counting. Count the next one as we go together. Nice. All right. Now back to the forward folds. Off we go. So that's going to be our 2, guys. So we're going to aim for 3 sets total. So again, making sure you get quality work in. So I want to see you guys walking forward first, find that end range, and then come back a little bit. All right. And then we're going to drive into the floor with our hands because that's going to help us spread that force. Good. All right. Making sure we keep that toe pointed and the quad locked. Good. And then an honest 5 seconds at the end. All right. Good. All right. We want each rep to kind of be nice and controlled as well. We're not looking for like a jerk up and down. We're looking for that control through the range. Yeah. Nice. That's good. That's it, Cal. I know you love your compression work.
Oh, yeah.
Lovely. All right, if you've hit your second set there, go back to your hamstrings. And again, if you want to, what you can do is get into that glute bridge position to start and then walk your feet out if that's more comfortable and allows you to get to that tilt. But did everyone understand what I mean by kind of getting the pelvis tilted under?
Yeah.
Sense?
Yeah.
So if you're feeling like heaps of strain through your lower back, then you're not tilting your pelvis the right way. All right. Good. Now I didn't start my watch, so I'm going to make you all hold for another 10 seconds. Good. And if it's a bit easy, you're not really feeling that strain, walk it out a little bit further. The further out you go, basically the harder it's going to be. All right, time. How's that feeling? Okay. Out of 10, you're rating out of 10 how hard that is on the hamstrings for you.
6.
Oh, me?
Just all of you. Calm's a 6.
Like
Mine.
a 5. Oh, like a 6.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, all right, let's all go out a little bit further this time then and get a little bit more tension if we can. All right. And then if it's still too easy, if you're still at like a 5 or a 6, go to one leg. All right. When you go to one leg and give it a crack somewhere there. Okay. Because now we want to start pushing for more strength-based work. All right. Okay. Go back to your compressions. Start to push a little bit further this now. We've done 2 sets now. So let's start to push that a little bit further. Nice. Very good. All right, Steph, try, yeah, come a little bit further. Nice, good adjustment. Very nice. Take a quick photo for the gram later. Nice. Lovely. All right, so if you found it quite easy, get those heels out right nice and away from you. Or if you want to also add a little bit longer, that's fine. Hold for a bit longer. All right, you guys have both got you on that timer now.
Yep.
You can start when you're ready. I'll just adjust them. I'll lap it on my watch. Cool. Whoa, that doesn't make any sense. The heck? This is the most confusing lap timer I've ever seen. What's going on? All right, Steph, Lib, how you doing? All right, Lib's done. Nice. Steph, go to a single leg if it's too easy still.
I hold myself up on one leg.
So try and reset, play around with it for a moment because this is a good learning opportunity. Yeah, so you bring it back in, readjust, and then go to that single leg and see how you go. Better?
Yeah.
Nice.
Definitely hurts.
All right, balance it out. Do the other side single leg as well. Calm, you've done both? You've done your bridge as well, your hamstring bridge?
Yeah.
Sick. So that may have not been super hard then, guys, but now you have an idea if you wanted to like pump that out in your, it's a good way to get hamstring tension when you're at home without having heaps of load. It's just to like load up a single leg and go further and further out. And then if it's still too easy, you can add like a deficit. So you could raise the foot again, then lift up off the ground, create more of a deficit. All right, moving on, we'll jump into some Jeffersons and cycle a squat. So this is where you're going to need something to raise the heel. So I'm going to use 2 of these. So something that's like just a little bit thick, if you've got it.
Use a jumper, is that bad?
Yeah, I wouldn't use a jumper because it's just going to compress. If you don't have anything, that's fine, Steph. It's just not going to be as quad pumpy for you and it probably won't be as hard. But what we can, you could do like see what you can find. If you've got like
Heels on.
a rolling pin even. And Cal, do you have any, do you have any load? Do you have any of the weights with you, Cal?
Yeah, can I go get
I have
one?
to put my hand in.
Yeah, go get them. I think you'll need them. Yeah. Yeah, sick. Is that a book? That's perfect. And then you've got your weights there as well. Sick. Perfect. Alrighty. Maybe if we're feeling at the end of this, we'll get some middle split work going. Get some more hamstring, medial head hamstring. Oh, you got a rolling pin. Nice. Is that gonna work? I gotta be honest, I've never got anyone to do a rolling pin.
I don't know. We'll see.
It just dropped into my head as something in the kitchen that's thick and it's not gonna break. Anything else? If you got a textbook, even I don't know if you got any textbooks, but a textbook is really great. Like Steph grabbed a textbook. If you've got one of those, you could even use a yoga block. You've got a yoga block. I know you've hit some yoga before, so yoga block would work fine too.
I don't need yoga blocks, so I don't use them.
Nice. All right, we'll see how you go with that. Just don't
Yeah.
die for me. All
Would
right.
this be too big?
Yeah,
yeah,
probably. Although if
yeah.
it's probably a bit big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, you can try it, and if you're like, this was horrible, just see if you can find something else.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. So basically, we're going to do two things. So we're going to do a Jefferson curl. So again, if you're super flexible, you can get to the floor quite easily. You're going to need a bit of a deficit. So use that step there, Lib.
Yeah.
But basically, what we're going to look to do before we elevate, what we're going to look to do is that spinal wave that we did at the start. We're going to want to replicate that. So we're going to tuck the chin, and we're going to use a load. So if you've got a dumbbell, kettlebell, that's great. And we basically want to roll. We want to squeeze the quads like we just did in our compression. And in the same way we close that joint of the compression, we want to try and close it now with the Jefferson curl. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to aim for 8 reps. So we're going to go higher reps. We're going to nice and slow, a bit of control, a bit of pause in the bottom, basically rolling down, taking the chin as low as you can go, and then coming back up. All right. So just show me a few reps first so I can kind of get a vibe. Calm's going for that feet raise, that front foot raise as well. All right, so quads should be locked, Lib, yeah? So you don't want
okay. Yep.
to be locked, yeah. And I want the weight of your body kind of in your midfoot, so not in the heels. So I want you to think about coming a little further forward, all right? So we're going to go 8 reps, tucking the chin. That's good. Obviously feeling that stretch through the hamstrings, but also when you get to that bottom position and you feel that your hamstrings are that max length, I want you to contract and pull your body down using those same muscles that we did in the pike leg lift. Yeah?
Okay.
So using all that kind of front hip muscle, the hip flexors, we're going to try and pull ourselves lower actively. Nice. That's solid. And then we'd obviously a bit of a pause at the bottom. Cal, are you touching the ground there?
Yeah.
All right, try and lift the dumbbell and like maybe cradle it if you're touching the ground, just so you can get some more length. So like touching the ground isn't your limiting factor, if that makes sense. Just like cuddle it or something. Yeah. Whatever's going to allow you to get that range. And then obviously shifting forward on the heels, off the heels of canopy a little bit. All right, how was that, Lib? Okay?
Yeah. Good stretch.
Yeah, sick. So for you, like I said, you're pretty flexible, right? So you could obviously probably elevate yourself again, but you're basically wanting to drive that compression as much as we can, carrying that length as much as we can. How's that, Steph? All right?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, from there, we're going to go into our cycler squats. Now, this one, the goal here is I do want you to get some quad work in. So for those of you who are a bit stronger, and if you don't have enough load to like load this up well, I want you to do 1 1/4 squats. So what that's going to look like is basically heels raised, load it up if you can. And we're going to do down, and then it's going to be a quarter, and then down, and then back up. And that's 1. Yeah? That's what we're going to aim for. Because I imagine, Lib, do you see how you go with this? Steph and Cal, I know you guys are both probably strong enough with the weights that you've got. So the goal is 8 reps, but if 8 reps is quite easy, do 8 1 1/4 reps. Does that make sense? You with me on that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And obviously, like I said, when we don't have tons of load, basically we just want to spend more time under tension. So just take the reps real slow, think about what's going on. And that's going to mean that you don't need as much load to get that hypertrophy response and that muscle driving, that muscle response. How's that feeling, Cal? All right?
Yeah, good.
Sick. Really try and hit that bottom position. Sit back as much as we can. Steph, you definitely should do 1 and 1/4 reps, I reckon. Yeah, it's gonna be too easy for you otherwise. Good. Take it nice and slow. Slow down a little bit, Steph, as well, yeah? Again, because you're quite strong, especially in the quads in this squat position. You want to make sure, like, if you want to still get that good work in, try and spend more time under that tension. So slow things down. Good. How's that feeling, Liv?
Yeah, I could probably add weight.
Yeah, do it. Add some load. Go for it. That pretty uncomfortable?
No, it's okay, actually. It was only 8, right?
Yeah, just 8, 1 and 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So when you've hit that, guys, we'll jump back into that Jefferson. Same thing, hitting 8, nice and slow. And just think about what we're trying to have a think about the purpose here, guys. We're trying to fold ourselves in half. That's the idea here. So we want to try and get to that stretch, and we want to really try and compress that little bit more at the bottom. Yeah. Keeping those quads squeezing. Quad squeezing is going to keep those knees locked. Good. If you want to take it that step further, you can breathe out on the way down as well. So get rid of any of that pressure that's in the abdomen. It's going to help you just fold that little bit further. Very nice. Quads on, Lib. Keep those knees nice and locked.
Okay.
Nice, Steph. Steph, shift your weight just a little bit more slightly forward when you do that.
Okay.
Just try and come off the heels a little bit. Obviously keep them on the floor, but just shifting the weight also slightly forward is going to just going to change the stimulus a little bit to be more hamstrings. Take the glute hinge out of it a bit. Good stuff. All right, so it's 8 there, nice. And then we're going back into our squat. Now, Liv, for you, one thing I noticed, I'll look again. One thing I noticed is with our cyclist squat, the goal is to be quad dominant. So we want to try and avoid leaning forward. So try and keep the chest proud and think about, basically wanting to stay upright in the chest as much as you can.
Okay. So should I be holding the dumbbell like this, like up to my chest then?
You can hold the dumbbell however you want. Just try and keep the chest nice and proud, yeah?
Okay.
I'll watch this time and I'll let you know. It'll give you feedback. Yeah, nice. No, it's good. Solid.
Cool.
Good. And with that 1 and 1/4, we obviously want to control, right? So we don't want to like bounce too hard out of the bottom. We want to try and control that range. Again, especially if you're stronger, then the way you're going to, in the absence of more load, the way you're going to be able to still make gains is by moving with more intention and with more tempo. So learning to control that. Nice. That's good, Steph and Cal. Very nice. That's good, Lib. So you see there, Lib, if you're like, just think about what you're doing, you can feel you're slightly kind of leaning forward coming out of the bottom.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So, and that comes with fatigue. So it's not going to be completely avoidable, but that's just the intention behind what we're trying to do is we want to try and avoid that as much as we can because you want this to be like a really quad dominant lift.
Yeah.
All right, how are everyone's legs feeling? Okay.
Getting hot.
Getting hot. Nice. We've got about 10 minutes left, so we'll hit another set there. We can either do another 2 sets there to get some more work in, or we can do one more set there and just finish with a different hamstring stimulus, a hamstring quad combo for the adductors if you want as well after this, just quickly, but up to you guys. Do one more set of this while you're at it.
Okay.
And that'll be 3, and then we'll see how we go for time. Or I can just answer questions for any of you guys because you're all on one of our programs as well. Maybe we should do a TPG social Zoom. I haven't done anything like that.
That'd be fun.
I want to do something that no one else, like everyone does trivia, stuff like that. What's something that no one's done yet?
I saw someone do like an online escape room.
Oh, that's crazy. How does that work? Do we all get locked in different rooms and then it's like Just
It's
figure
like
it out.
I think it's like an internet, like you're like the room is like on the internet and you have to like do it all like from your laptop together.
That makes more sense. I was like on Zoom. I'm like, so we all just locked in different rooms in our houses. And it's like, I don't know. That's fun. That's cool. I like that idea. I'm up for like social wine and cheese night.
Ooh,
Great.
Although I don't really like cheese, but sounds fun still.
what?
Yeah, I'm not a cheese
How
guy.
can you not like cheese?
Like I like cheese, but like I'm not like I don't eat like
Cheese.
brie or camembert or anything like that. I'll just have like normal cheese. It's like tasty cheese.
Oh,
Really sad life, Sam.
What was that?
that's really sad.
It's a really sad life.
It's not a
Yeah,
salad.
honestly.
Get out of here. I live a
I
wonderful
take-
life, thank you. Sometime next week, I've been going to see the sunrise with my cousin, and the next week we had a fire the other morning on this beautiful little lookout with a little fire, and we sat next to it. And then
Aw.
the plan now is to do the same thing, but cook some steaks over it in the morning instead. So
Ooh, yum.
I live an exciting life, I promise you. Nice stuff. Nice, Steph. How you feeling? All right?
Heavy.
What was that?
I said, yeah, that one was heavy.
Harder? Nice. So you can either bust out another set there if you wanted to, or we can just go through.
Oh.
You're done. Or we can just call it there. I don't mind. We got like 7 minutes till like the Zoom just kicks us out anyway, so we can either do some more like middle split stuff, which is always nice on the hips, just getting some like middle split isometrics, and that's nice in the hamstrings as well. Or if you guys have any specific questions about your program at home, how to make things harder, easier, anything like that, we can also chat about that. How's it going, Carl? Good?
Got me good.
How's that hamstring compression going? Show us what you got. Palms to the floor. Where you at?
Oh, it's good at the moment.
Huh?
Not very good at the moment. I don't know where I'm at.
How far off are you?
Probably pretty similar.
You're still pretty similar?
Yeah.
All right, you got it. Keep
You're still
going.
closer than me.
Actually, I'd love to know out of Steph and Callum who's closer, because you guys both have just like such tight hamstrings.
Probably not.
I mean,
I've gone off.
You're
Yeah, I
Jeff.
haven't trained as much since I tore my ACL, so I've regressed a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Steph, your Jefferson wasn't looking bad then. You were definitely getting close to the ground. That's probably the lowest I've seen you go.
Hey,
That was probably the lowest I feel like I've still seen you go.
I can't touch the floor.
And then Lib's over here like, yeah, I can lick my foot. Okay.
It took a long time.
Touch my foot just.
Ah, yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, okay. So Callum's definitely got that one.
But I think that's the best I've ever been. It's the best I
Yeah, that's
remember
good.
ever been.
There you go. Flexibility works. Funny that.
Does work. I mean, I could only touch my shin when I first started. So
Yeah,
Oh,
it's,
wow.
Callum. Yeah, you've worked hard to get where you are though. It's good.
pumps. Oh, it's the goal.
Also, some people just respond to this stuff better than others. Like everyone has different experiences with it. So like some people have to work harder for it. Same with some people have to work harder to get stronger. Some people just naturally get jacked and strong really easily. And those people suck. So yeah. Nice.
That's
All
good.
right. Well, what was that?
Middle split work. What are we gonna do? Or?
Yeah, well, I was just going to show you guys one ththing I've been doing, which I found super good for the hips. I'm traditionally like super tight in here. Like I've got really bad adductor thing, adductor length. So one thing with my coach that I've been working on is just this middle split thing. So when I started, I probably could only get to like, honestly here, and that would be like tight. So now like I've got a lot more range there. But one thing we've been doing is just like ISOs like this. So basically in that middle split position, it's basically squeeze the quads, and then it's letting the hips just like not overthinking the hips, just kind of let them do what they're going to do. And then from there, it's basically hinging into like this position, and then coming back up, squeezing the glutes. Yeah, so it's keeping that straight back. I like to kind of put the hands behind me to make sure that my shoulders are down. And it's basically just hinging like that. Yeah. So squeeze the quads, then you're basically hinging forward. So the goal is, it's just a different head of the hamstrings that we're kind of hitting. Nice. So you want to keep that torso upright. Yeah, nice, Liv. You want to keep the back straight. So basically what we're doing, so what you can do is hit 10 reps, and the last one, drop down and hold that position for 10 seconds. So hold that hinged position, chest up for 10 seconds.